On Pisces. So you have the Queen of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups, the Seven of Cups, the Eight of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Tower. So what I'm seeing here for you Pisces is so warm in here. What I'm seeing here for you Pisces is the Queen of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands is about how a lot of you Pisces, a lot of y'all are in a situation where, honestly, a lot of you Pisces are looking towards the future. A lot of you Pisces, because why I'm saying that is because the Queen of Pentacles is the past. It represents the person that you used to talk to and that you don't talk to them anymore. The Ten of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands represents, this being a situation for you where you realize that everything that you try that you implement with them is used up. Talking to them is used up. Trying to lead through example is used up. All of that stuff is used up, where you're tired of saying the same things over, right, to them over and over and over again. And they're not willing to listen to anything that you have to say, constantly giving you a difficult time. So you know what? The Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands represents what? You, Pisces, now being in a situation where, so it's time for you to leave. The relationship, the way that I see that when it comes to you Pisces, some of you Pisces already see the relationship that you were in as finally being done. Like there was nothing else that you Pisces could have done. And you Pisces are 100% correct. There really was nothing else that you could have done. The Nine of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles represents this being a situation for you where the Nine and the Eight of Pentacles is about you just have to learn to you're concentrating on your own life right now, okay? You're concentrating on that. Like I said before, I don't necessarily see you Pisces being in a situation where a lot of you are thinking about, particularly finding someone new or not. I'm seeing how a lot of you Pisces are just concentrating on what it is that you have to do and living your life, right? For now anyway. But then there's a twist because the Nine of Cups and the Seven of Cups represents, but a lot of you Pisces ultimately, you will have more choices though. And I'm saying that because the Nine of Cups and the Seven of Cups is about like the newfound level of confidence to what to do with other people, right? Just in a general sense, and how to manage Seven of Cups, how to manage having options, as opposed to the way that you were when you Pisces were inexperienced and you didn't know any better. How a lot of you Pisces would ultimately start to doubt yourselves, and you would think about, are you in a relationship that is productive, right? If it has legs, is it going somewhere? Does this person like you enough to make you their one and only, right? And a lot of you Pisces took a little minute, or it took a little time for you Pisces to actually start coming around to kind of change your perspective about it. But then again too, that's just natural for Pisces, right? Like Pisces is a zodiac sign that, they're, to be quite blunt, Pisces is awkward. Pisces and Aquarius represents awkwardness. So in essence, y'all are not necessarily meant to be the most normal people in the world. You understand what I'm saying? And that's by design, because one of the good things about Pisces that really does, and I'm not saying that being awkward works, or I should say it doesn't work in Pisces' favor. It really depends on, because you have to understand that when it comes to being with a Pisces is, like I said, y'all are awkward, but it takes a person who has patience in order to be with a Pisces, right? Water signs in general, but Pisces in particular, because Pisces is a y'all are, and I'm saying this as a Pisces ascendant. So please don't trip, because I'm weird myself too. I'm awkward myself too. You know what I mean? Even around people who I'm flirting with, I'm awkward too, right? And then I got Aquarius, so that makes me even more awkward. But Pisces is one of those awkward zodiac signs. But the thing about Pisces that a lot of people can kind of get over that awkwardness is due to the fact that y'all are willing to learn from your awkwardness, and essentially it's like a curveball. You're coming around to it. You know, you're curving it. You know, you're coming around to it. Your learning curve will make up for what it is that you do not know, and that awkwardness that people perceive you as having, or maybe even yourself, you perceive yourself as having. So don't even worry about being socially awkward. Don't even worry about, you know, whether or not, you know, you'll ever actually have options and people like you. Stop worrying about all of that stuff, because people do like you. Now, I will say this though, Pisces does get a bad rep. I've heard a lot of people, you know, Pisces does get a bad rep, you know what I mean? And to a certain degree, Pisces can be difficult to interact with, yes. You know, as a person who's known many Pisces throughout my lifetime, my mom is a Pisces, my sister's a Pisces. Yeah, you know, a Pisces can be to interact with them, you know, but they're like the ocean. All water signs are like the ocean, and you have to kind of understand bodies of water for you to understand Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, because that'll give you a whole lot more insight to understand them. Like, look, you know, these are individuals, you know, Pisces is an individual that, you know, they are an ocean or a body of water, or bodies of water that essentially is not necessarily calm. So, you know, make them calm, you know, and I'm not saying make them in the sense that you have some sort of control over them, but whatever influence you have to, you know, whatever the influence they have to you, Pisces, a person would have to not control, because that's something else. That's something slightly different. But influence, because influence and control are two different things. But they would have to influence you to calm down, you know, calm you down. Because remember, y'all share a planet with Sagittarius, right? Which is Jupiter. And Sagittarius is just as riled up, just as you Pisces, right? Because y'all share that planet. So the Eight of Wands now represents, and again, that awkwardness could potentially show, but the Knight of Pentacles and the Tower represents how, again, you just have to pay attention to what's going on, because in essence, I mean, the Knight of Pentacles and the Tower is about how a lot of you Pisces need to understand that people are gonna perceive you however it is that they perceive you, and a lot of the times, most of the perceptions that are projected onto you are not even real. You would be surprised at how much time people spend creating narratives, spinning tall tales, you know, stories in their head, storylines like they're authors that doesn't even exist in this universe, that isn't even real in this universe yet, trying to manifest or trying to call it into existence. And the thing about it is that the Knight of Pentacles and the Tower represents this being a situation where, so now that after you stop caring about whether, you know, people find you awkward or not, now you Pisces can really start to open up and show more of your awkwardness without having to chastise yourselves, because y'all get that level of self-flatulation, right? Whipping yourself, so to speak, from Virgo, right? Spiritual self-flatulation, where it's like, you know, kind of, you know, like whipping yourself, you know, trying to, inflict, damage onto yourself due to the fact that you want things you want things done perfectly. You want everything perfectly, but and you get that from Virgo. But at the same time, y'all got to understand, Pisces, that now you got to understand that Virgo ain't even doing that anymore. Because I keep telling y'all that the zodiac signs, well, I haven't told y'all this, but I'm going to start telling y'all now. The zodiac signs are evolving. As time goes on, the zodiac signs evolve more and more and more. I don't know if y'all knew that. But because 50 years ago, because 30 years ago, it was all about how, during the 90s, it was all about how the zodiac sign of Virgo is boring, or like Pisces is emotional. But now all of a sudden you start to see a lot more, scientific prospects that are Pisces. A lot more Pisces that have more self-control. So the point that I'm trying to make here with this is, when it comes time now for you to go and speak to people, don't worry about whether or not they think of you as being awkward or whatever, okay? Forget about all that stuff. You're worried about all the wrong things. That's not going to get you what it is that you want. Instead of thinking of that, make sure that when you approach people and you're talking to them, that you have a good time, okay? And that you do your best to make sure that you're not a sleazeball, right? You're not a sleazeball, you're not disrespectful, and you're at least halfway decent, and just have fun, really. Because one thing that a lot of you Pisces should really understand too, which should kind of give you some level of clarity, is there are no guarantees when it comes to you trying to speak to people, right? Trust me, a person can act like they're having a wonderful time and never give you a call again. You know what I mean? So let's clarify the Knight of Pentacles. So for the future, come on, y'all. Stop playing. Cards are giving me a little bit of trouble. The King of Cups, the Moon, the Ten of Cups, and the Queen of Pentacles. So the King of Cups, the Moon, right, to clarify, the Knight of Pentacles. This is about how a lot of you Pisces, again, a lot of y'all just manage your own emotions. And whenever it is that you interact with people, approach them decently. Make sure, you're decently well dressed. You don't even have to be dressed to the nines like that, truth be told. All it is that you need to do is just be clean. Just be clean. You know what I'm saying? Look like you take some sort of confidence in the way that you look. I'm not saying that you got to be a fashionista. I never said that. I'm not saying all that. But what I am saying is that just look clean, approach people. And when you do that, if they like you, cool, you're going to see them again. If not, the Moon, they're just not going to give you a call back. The Ten of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles. So now this is a situation where the Ten of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles is for the people that want you to be riled up, for the people that want you to be this individual, this, when they say coming with some energy, bringing the energy, whatever it is that they're saying, just know that that's a load of BS. And that what they mean when they say come with this energy is that they're in the game, and that's the person that you need to dub. Because what they're looking for is a person who has that hood mentality, that ghetto mentality. That's what they mean when they say they, you gotta, like a crunk, you gotta come with the energy or whatever. It's like, what energy? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What does that mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, give me a real world example of this. Yeah, they're talking about, you gotta be ratchet is what they're saying. And if you Pisces know good and well that y'all are going to, y'all ain't built like that, you know what I mean? And that's not what it is that y'all are about. Don't even waste your time. Continue on with continue. Just know that that person is in the game and continue on with your life. So to clarify the Tower, we have the Eight of Cups, Three of Cups, the Nine of Wands, and the Emperor. So this is about how a lot of you Pisces as well, the Eight of Cups and the Three of Cups represents how you just need to pay attention to how, you know, how things are going for you. Because if you're approaching people and you're not necessarily getting success, where people are just telling you that they in a relationship with somebody, this, that, the third, they're just taking into consideration that, just taking into consideration that those people are in the game, you know, and also just learn to refine, right? Learn to refine how it is that you approach people, okay? And what I mean by that is pay attention to, just zero in, pay attention to some of the things that you're talking about that is getting you a better result. And also pay attention to the things that you're talking, or how you're talking, or what you're talking about, I should say, what you're talking about that doesn't get you better results. And refine that, right? Concentrate on the things that are working for you, and then zero in on that and do that consistently. And then you have the Nine of Wands and the Emperor. The Nine of Wands and the Emperor represents, basically watch out for anybody that's just going to give you too difficult of a time. Because who wants to be, if you Pisces are out here looking for somebody to be in a relationship with, I'm pretty sure y'all don't want to even try to spend too much time with a person that's almost upset that y'all came over to them and talked to them and y'all got their number and y'all trying to get to know them now. Now they're making it into a big problem. But that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe. As far as dating people in the future is concerned, a lot of you Pisces, again, y'all are, summer is coming. Y'all are right now on the stage of refining the things that you're talking about. But that's pretty much it.